This week, former world chess champion Borris Spassky taken on Bent Larsen. Spassky, of course, was made famous from his match in 1972, taken on Bobby Fischer, which he famously lost in the height of tensions against Russia and America. It was a very important game, and a boom for the chess world followed. So Larsen kicks off with the Larsen opening, or as Lee Chess likes to call it, the Nimzo Larsen attack. It's a modern style opening, meaning they don't take the center. So in all these types of openings, it's actually pretty simple. Our game plan is to just take the middle, which Spassky does. So he takes the middle because white doesn't. Larsen develops his bishop. We take more control of the center. Larsen does as well, but in a kind of a strange way, using this pawn to take control of the center. We develop our knight, get more control of this square as well, preparing a push. Larsen gets his knight up, and we decide, well, you didn't put your pawn here. We can push. Hit the knight. Knight goes to the middle. And Spassky gets his bishop out. He's done a pretty good job here. You know, he's playing black, and he's got 3 pieces out, so he's done pretty well. At the cost of a doubled pawn here, it's not too bad. And also, it's not a terrible pawn to double, because it opens up the scope of your queen. Given that he has more pieces active, he's happy with an open file. Larsen pushes his pawn up, and Spassky develops his bishop. X-ray applying even more pressure to this square. Larsen brings up his queen, we do the same. And Larsen's got to figure out what he's doing with these last 2 pieces, so he gets his bishop here. It's not really anywhere else he can go. And Spassky sees that white has a backwards pawn here, which is a bit of a weakness. We've got this nice open file here, so he decides to castle queenside, applying some pressure here. Larsen lashes out with f4, bit of an ugly sort of move. I'm usually a fan of this sort of move, but it weakens the king here. And, I mean, it looks like he's kind of castling this way, right? So I don't know if that's really what he wants to weaken, especially when the bishop's already lined up this way. Spassky jumps in straight away with his knight, opening up the vision here so he can move his queen a little bit closer. Larsen solidifies his defenses here and stopping the queen check. This game in particular has an actual name, meaning it's very special. It's called When Pawns Attack. Very famous game. So, of course, the pawns start attacking. We push our pawn up. Spassky's knight is hanging, but he doesn't care. He pushes his pawn forward. Go for it. All yours, bud. White accepts. Larsen's like, yeah, I'll take the free knight. What's this guy doing? But we keep going forward. Getting pretty close to the goal line here. Larsen blocks it with his rook. Spassky, unbelievable move. Chucks his rook up. Sacrifice. Larsen's like, that's very generous of you. I'll take your rook. But he's fallen into the trap. We push the pawn again. Larsen moves his rook here, which looks absolutely insane because it's like, why would you do that? But the reason why is if you put your rook here, for example, bishop takes. If you take back, checkmate in 1 here, right? GG's, because we've opened up the file and the pawn's stopping there. The computer finds like a slightly better resource to kind of hang on to the game, but Larsen opted for here. Larsen's hoping for like queen, like pawn takes queen, king takes, and then like maybe he can survive a little bit longer, but it's pretty, he's doomed at this point. Instead, Spassky just puts a nail in the coffin. Queen here, check. Get out of here, king. And now we take with the pawn. We get the queen. And white throws in the towel here because there's nothing you can do. It's checkmate in 3. Let's say bishop takes. Bishop here, check. King, let's say king goes to here. We can come in, check, queen blocks, checkmate over here.